الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, to proceed. Today, بإذن الله تعالى, we will discuss our next exercise in which we present a particular activity that fulfills certain criteria or has certain characteristics. The first of them being an exercise that develops functional strength, and by that we mean strength that facilitates and aids you in performing everyday ordinary actions in addition to those that we use in order to worship Allah Azza wa Jalla. The second is that all of these activities can be performed within the comfort of your own home, so you're not obligated to go anywhere. And the third is that none of these exercises take a long time, so there's really no excuse or reason not to perform them on a regular basis. Today, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we will discuss the area of exercising legs, which is one of the most neglected parts of the body for many people, particularly those who train. And despite that, it's actually one of the most important, because the legs are your foundation in addition to the back. And weak legs results in a weak structure that is susceptible to breaking down or susceptible to folding over or experiencing other kinds of issues. Therefore, we will be concentrating on legs for this particular activity. Now, most people, when they train legs, they perform squats, and indeed the title of this activity is squats. However, it's not squats in the conventional sense, in that you go to a gym, you use a barbell, you load it with quite a lot of weight, and then you squat, you go into that position, and your legs assume approximately 75-degree angle, and then you come back up straight. That's a very good exercise for developing strength in your legs. However, we want to simulate that particular exercise, however, within the confines of our home, and clearly with not as much weight. So how are we going to accomplish that? The way that we're going to do this is, first, rather than only going down so your legs are bent at approximately a 75-degree angle, we are going to go all the way down. So we're going to go as far down as possible, therefore intensifying the exercise. And secondly, we are going to perform many more reps than the usual 10 or 15 that are performed when you perform squats in a normal gym environment. In addition to that, we're not just going to use our body weight, we are going to use additional weight, but not too much, because as I said, the objective is to perform a lot of reps. So therefore, what I'm going to use is something called a weighted vest, which is this item here. Now, this is something that I purchased years ago, and the reason being is because I wanted to wear it and then walk around outside. However, as you can see, it has an unfortunate resemblance to another type of vest which has a more nefarious purpose. Therefore, I decided it would be prudent to walk around outside with it, and instead I've adapted my squat to use this. In addition to my weighted vest, I'm going to use some quite light dumbbells to increase the pressure on my arms and on my shoulders. Right, so we're going to train our legs. This is very important. Why? As I mentioned, we use our legs to hasten towards good deeds. So Allah Azza wa Jalla said in Surah Al-Anbiya, إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَيَدْعُونَنَا رَغَبًا وَرَهْبًا, that they used to yusari'una, hasten towards good deeds. In order for us to hasten towards good deeds, we need the assistance of our legs. When Zakaria alayhi salam, as Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Imran, when he called upon his Lord asking Allah Azza wa Jalla for dhurriyatan tayyiba, a righteous offspring, when the angels informed him and gave him glad tidings, Yahya alayhi salam, Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned فَنَادَتْهُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَهُوَ قَائِمًا يُصَلِّي فِي الْمِحْرَابِ, that he was qa'imun, he was stood up. So despite being elderly, Zakaria alayhi salam, he was stood up worshipping Allah Azza wa Jalla via as-salah, the prayer. So we too want to be in this condition. We want to hasten towards good deeds, and we too want to be able to stand up even when we become elderly in age, in order to obtain that objective bi'idhnillahi wa bifadlihi wa bi'awnihi. We will train our legs. What I'm therefore going to demonstrate bi'idhnillahi ta'ala is a session of squats where I will be going all the way down wearing my weighted vest, which is 30 kilograms, in addition to the 2 dumbbells, which further increases the stress. And I will be doing it bi'idhnillahi ta'ala for 150 reps. Now that might seem like a lot, and in fact it is a lot, but in order to attain that kind of stress upon my body and working it as hard as I possibly can, then I need to increase the number of repetitions to as many as possible. And that helps to compensate for the lack of weight that we would have ordinarily when squatting. In addition to that, I also think that if you increase the number of reps and you lighten the weight, you're less susceptible to injury, because many people who squat heavy do become injured. And in addition to that, it gives you this additional benefit of stamina within your legs. It really gives you endurance and stamina, so you can perform these actions that involve movement over a long period of time. Whereas if you train with squats, despite them being with a much heavier weight, you tend to find that they're good for short periods of time, but in terms of performing an exercise that requires a long period of time, sustained effort, then they're less effective. Therefore, we will begin bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Once you complete the number of reps that you've decided to do, you will feel, walillahi alhamd, absolutely wonderful. Your heart will have been made to work harder than it probably has for the entire week or the last time you perform this exercise. Your legs will feel as though they are on fire, and generally you will feel that you will have worked your body to the absolute limit. Walillahi alhamd. At the beginning, this exercise, to do it for this number of reps, is not easy. Actually, it's not easy after you've been doing it for a while either. But after all, that's the objective, that's the purpose of this exercise. It is to push your legs and your body beyond the limit that it's accustomed to performing. Over time, you'll find that your legs become stronger, your movement is quicker, your stamina has increased, and generally you will feel better. This exercise, in addition to the others that we will mention and the one that we've already spoken about, will lead to a dramatic improvement in your health, your well-being and your strength. I therefore heartily recommend this exercise for everybody, both male and female, both the young and the old. It keeps you active, and that is the objective of a Muslim, to be active in the worship of Allah Azza wa Jalla. فَاتَّبِرُوا يَا آدَمُ وَمُوسَى وَإِيسَى حَفِظَكُمُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ وَحْدَهُ أَعْلَمُ. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.